Hey guys, this is Mistress Nightmare here, and today we'll be reading Something Strange, a Tiki Toby Love Story, Chapter 4. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. After a long shift at work, it's finally time to go home. It's been 2 weeks since my date with Toby at the park, and I can honestly say we're gotten just a little bit closer. After each time I have seen him since that day, seem to be getting happier and happier. I look forward to seeing more than I ever have. And just being around him satisfies me. We don't even have to have a conversation. We just enjoy one another's company, in which is the sunniest, or pick out what clouds look like in the oddest shapes. This was evening is one of those where I actually didn't meet up with Toby, and it makes me feel a little lonely. I know we both agreed to meet each other day, but I'm starting to wish it was every day, or at least for us to meet than what we used to. I looked at the sky and seeing the clouds were turning dark gray. A storm, a strong sign of a rain soon to be falling soon. As the clouds got darker and the wind started picking up, making me shiver ever so slightly. What day to forget my sweater and my umbrella. After a few moments, I started to feel cold. Little droplets of prickled my skin. I blinked of an eye. The droplets were beginning to get bigger and coming down faster. I started to run, but it wasn't long before I was soaking to the bone. Even my shoes were filled with water, which is a whole other feeling in itself. Finally, I decided to stop and wait out the rain. I spotted a small doorway, which takes what a shelter I can. I could feel the water in my shoes moving from one end to the other with every step I took. As I reached the doorway, the tip of my shoes were still exposed, but the surface just made them feel a little effort to stay dry, even if I was already wet. Minutes passed and the rain slowed down, showed no signs of slowing down or stopping. Just my luck. Right before I can say it couldn't get any worse, I felt something grab me by my hair and yank me back hard. I let out a scream, but it was muffled by a hand covering my mouth. I could feel myself getting forced back into the alleyway next to a makeshift shelter I was in. I struggled against my attacker, although it was futile effort. The only result in my attacker threatening me if I moved. The other hand that held my hair now holds a cold steel blade to my throat. I feel the man start stripping through or digging through my pockets. The only visible I have on my phone and my wallet, which holds my debit card and few other things. Even though he had both, he left hand was still didn't move and let me go. That's until I heard snickering gurgle coming from his throat. Follow the sound of metal piercing flesh. The blade dropped to the ground. I take a small peek over my shoulder and then sprinted out of the alleyway and didn't stop until I reached my apartment. Once I reached the door, I frankly fished out my keys. Even though in my state of panic, I somehow found my keys hole and unlocked the door, and slamming it shut, My overwhelmed, exhausted legs gave out as I leaned my body against the doorframe. The only sounds I could hear was my racing heart and panting breath. If I wasn't so panicked, I would have grabbed my cell phone and called the police, but I didn't. I couldn't. I mean, how to take everything from the hand of a man that two hatches striking down at his neck and his back.